Hello! It's spring, which means it's a bit warmer, although it's still woody hat weather. And, well, I've bought another one of these. So I thought I'd shoot a video of it actually in the air, rather than the ones I've posted to YouTube and elsewhere so far of it just from its onboard camera there, which is not as clear as the thing I'm shooting from now. And I'd like to attach the camera I'm shooting from now to this, but I've yet to find a way. A strong rubber band may be needed in the end. So let's see this thing in the air. Now you control it via an iOS app, which it's a bit hard to film. And when you initially hit takeoff, it will hover about a metre off the ground. So there it is. If I get down low, you can see it above the ground. And well, I'm going to cut next to some footage from its point of view. Now there's no microphone on this copter, so you'll just have to make do with me talking over it after the event and playing you a sound effect. But here we are, taking off over Midsummer Common. The people you can see below us are volunteers who have volunteered to clear the common of rubbish. That's Victoria Avenue is the busy road to the left of the picture, and if you can see that bridge, that's Victoria Road Bridge, and there's a set of offices just beyond that in the distance, and just to the bottom right of picture there's a rowboat that's next week, as I'm talking, will be flown down the Thames. Now the camera's swinging round a bit and you can see a bit of Jesus Green on the other side of those trees, and it's slowly coming into land now and on the path. And next you'll see some footage I shot as it was actually in the air and me panicking. Well, there it is, about 60 feet up. I'm going to bring it down now. Don't you dare land on the river. Don't you dare land on the river. And there it is, down. Now this flight was almost disastrous. So here we are going up Midsummer Common in front of us, and a large puddle from some of the recent rain, and the camera swings round, you see Victoria Road again, and the camera swings round again, and unfortunately the quadcopter caught a bit of wind, and the building just to the right of the picture there is Midsummer House Restaurant, and unfortunately about 40 seconds into this flight, that's exactly where this thing decided to land, off their roof. So for the first time ever, I know what their garden looks like, and so yeah, that's where it sat, and thankfully they have incredibly well-trained and polite staff at the Midsummer House Restaurant in Cambridge. Do go and eat there if your pockets are deep enough. And just a few seconds after it landed, this will change from not just a still picture, but it being picked up by one of their waiters and carted through to the front of the building, where I was very apologetic and they kindly gave it back to me. And shortly after this, the manager came out and had a conversation with him, and he was incredibly polite and a very nice man, and was actually quite interested in quadcopters by the looks of things. Yeah, there's a wonderful shot of my coat here by the looks of things, but yeah, this was probably when I was talking to him and trying to be as polite as possible and make I think what's known in the trade as a sharp exit. But yes, if you're going to crash into a restaurant, make it a posh one. They're very nice people. Well, I've just found out how polite the people are that work in the posh restaurant on the other side of this common. Because this thing, when I hit land, just decided to land in their garden. So I'm now going to try it, probably only briefly, on the other side of the road, because the wind is not nice today. Well, here we are over the road, and flight, quite a short one initially, over Jesus Green, and you can see it's buffeting around a bit, and it refused initially to get off the ground. There was so much wind it kept going down, and I managed to get it up to some height. The sort of mud path you can see on the left, I think, was caused by construction traffic in recent months, where they've been resurfacing the paths of Jesus Green, and I managed to get to the other side of the camera, so you can see me operating it there. And yeah, so just a short flight initially, because I was getting rather worried about the state of the wind. Well, this is quite a short flight, but it is the best footage I managed to get from the quadcopter on the Jesus Green side of the road, and eventually it did fight off the wind enough to get up some height. And right in front of us you can see one of the University Boat Club's buildings. To our right is Victoria Road again, and you get a fairly good view of the river, and you can just about see some of the other boat club buildings through the trees to our right, but it had started to rain by this point, so landing. Well, the weather's starting to take a turn for the worst, so I'm just going to take it up one more time. It does love drifting towards me, and very briefly take it to height while it's facing towards Cambridge city centre. And down it comes, very slowly, which is kind of reassuring. It's much better at landing itself than I've ever been at one of these things. It just slowly brings itself down. And there it is, and I think it's about time to end this video.